Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. So today I want to talk about lithium, particularly Zimbabwean lithium. So I guess the big question here is, could lithium transform Zimbabwe's economy, or will it be an opportunity that we miss out on again? In the current global race for the energy transition, minerals such as lithium are the biggest talking points all over the world. These are the things that we're all kind of depending on to transform the entire planet, to stop us from being so dependent on coal, gas, pretty much anything that is from crude oil, essentially. So, in case you don't know, Zimbabwe is one of the few African countries with important lithium reserves. What does that mean? We've got a substantial amount to make a difference. So, at the moment, we're pretty much just betting on the entire industry in Zimbabwe being properly managed and being transparent, and hoping that those two things put together will result in something really positive for the people and the country of Zimbabwe. Check out this article. Africa's lithium supply to almost triple this year in 2024. So this is quite big news, quite positive news, some more positivity coming out of Africa instead of all the negatives we always hear. So lithium production from Africa is expected to triple this year alone. In 2023, the region contributed about 4% to the global lithium production. But this year is expected to grow to reach 10% of the global supply. And currently, all the mines that are digging out lithium in Africa are mostly being done by Chinese companies. Just FYI, in case you didn't know. So as Africans, we don't really have a lot of big players in that space because we don't really have the expertise and obviously the financial backing to do all of this work. So hence why the Chinese are all over Africa doing all this work that we can't yet do for ourselves. So what does this really mean? This means that pretty much Chinese companies have a monopoly within Africa, essentially. So Zimbabwe has a wealth of minerals, especially lithium, key components in electric vehicles and batteries. The country is poised to be a major lithium producer this year, as we just already stated, but we're obviously facing challenges currently, and the challenges that we're facing are really to do with our productivity within our mines, and that is tied to our own lack and inability to produce enough electricity to supply all these mines that are scattered around the country. And obviously without electricity, these mines' productivity goes down. And that was quite evident last year or the year before that, when we were having a lot of blackouts in Zimbabwe, which resulted in a net loss in productivity in terms of how much lithium we're taking out for export. So this is one of the biggest disadvantages we have currently, that we are slowly building resources to fix and amend, such as the Kariba hydro dam upgrades and some new thermal power stations or generators in Wange and a few other locations around the country. And like from the last episode that we talked, there's more power plants being built and will be coming into commission soon enough within Zimbabwe. So that's some positivity coming in, but that's still a while away. And our current reality is that we don't have enough power to do all this work and profit. The country is obviously rich in other minerals like gold, diamond, nickel, and chromium. And these are all like key critical elements that's needed in within the green energy transition period that the whole globe is pushing towards. So we have so much potential. We're just ready to explode out. We just need proper management and transparency. That is the goal that's going to get us to the finish line very soon. One of the other biggest challenges that we have is a lack of investments. By that I mean a lack of investments from the rest of the world, like from the western side of the world, because of all the sanctions that we previously had, and I guess the financial sector within our country is not as strong as in other countries around the world. Hence, people are more apprehensive with bringing their money because they feel like they won't get that payback from investing in our country. So hence only at the moment the country that has been willing to invest into Zimbabwe and Africa has been China. And also why I guess Zimbabwe currently has a policy of look east, which goes I guess the look east policy that we have, look towards China and other I guess eastern based countries for systems, mostly China really. One of the other key critical takeaways really within this whole lithium boom that Africa and Zimbabwe is experiencing, which was quite important for them to have done in Zimbabwe, was the government banned the export of just raw lithium products or raw unprocessed mining products really. So they've been trying to incentivize pretty much all these mining companies to refine what they dig up and value add, so that instead of us getting the bottom dollar amount when we sell to the international market, we get at least the next step of money within the whole value chain of like raw material to a final product like a battery or an electric car. So which is really, really positive, because not many other countries have that rule and law in place, and previously we obviously didn't have that, and as a result of that, we lost a lot of value from the things that we were digging out and exporting. So it's quite important that this is in place, because one will bring in more job opportunities for local communities close by to wherever those facilities were built, and also bring expertise within our country to teach our people how to also do that very thing. And hopefully, eventually down the line, we start to also be industry experts and be able to do things for ourselves. So it's quite positive. I like this. So really overall, like, it's a golden opportunity that we have right now with this lithium boom that the world has gone crazy for, because everyone wants to decarbonize and head towards being carbon neutral. So important thing that's happening right here in Africa. And at the moment, I think Zimbabwe is probably like ranked number 6 or 7 for being one of the biggest lithium producers, behind countries like Australia, Chile, Argentina, Canada, just to name a few. So we are part of that core group of countries that are producing this stuff. So it's our turn to capitalize. Let's hope they manage and be transparent. Tell us what you think about this particular topic. Let's get talking in the comments. And as always, please subscribe. See you next time. Bye.
Zimbabwe is rising step by step, brick by brick, and stone upon stone. No one can stop that movement. We cannot, as a country, continue to be exporting primary products, including concentrates and ores,